Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the tension? Your friend is stressed about a deadline, your partner is fuming about traffic, and suddenly, your own mood plummets. You weren't stressed before, but now you are. What's going on? This phenomenon is called secondhand stress, and it's more common than you think. Today, we're diving deep into the psychology behind it, and, more importantly, how you can build a shield to protect your own peace of mind. So, what exactly is secondhand stress? It's also known as emotional contagion or stress contagion. It's the process where you absorb the stress of people around you, almost like catching a cold. Think about it. We humans are social creatures, hardwired for empathy. When we see someone in distress, our brains have these special cells called mirror neurons that fire up. They help us understand and feel what others are feeling. This is fantastic for building connections and showing compassion. But it has a downside. We can inadvertently take on their stress as our own. Let me give you a real-life example. Imagine you're at work, and your boss is visibly anxious about a big presentation. They're pacing, snapping at people, and radiating pure panic. Even if you're not directly involved, you might start feeling your heart race. Your shoulders tense up, and a sense of dread creep in. Your mirror neurons are picking up on your boss's nonverbal cues, their frantic energy, their tense posture, their strained facial expressions, and your body starts to mimic that stress response. Before you know it, your productivity is shot, and you feel drained, all because you caught a case of your boss's stress. This doesn't just happen at work, it happens at home too. Maybe your teenager is freaking out about exams. Their constant worrying, late-night study sessions. An irritable mood can create a cloud of stress that hangs over the entire household. You find yourself feeling anxious for them, losing sleep, and becoming more on edge, even though it's their exams, not yours. Your desire to help and your empathetic connection make you a sponge for their anxiety. So, we know it's real, and we know it's draining. The big question is, how do we stop it? How can we be there for the people we care about, without letting their stress hijack our own well-being? It's not about becoming cold or uncaring. It's about setting healthy emotional boundaries. The first step is awareness. You need to recognize when you're absorbing someone else's stress. The next time you feel a sudden wave of anxiety or irritation, pause and ask yourself, is this feeling mine? Or did I just walk into a stressful situation? Pay attention to your body. Is your heart rate up? Are your muscles tight? Identifying the source is half the battle. Just realizing, oh, this isn't my stress. This is my friend's stress about their car trouble, can create a powerful mental separation. Once you're aware, the next step is to create distance. This doesn't always mean physically leaving the room, although that can be a great option if possible. It can also be about creating psychological distance. Visualize a protective bubble around yourself. It's a classic technique for a reason it works. Imagine a shield of light or a clear bubble that lets empathy and love pass through but blocks out the negative, stressful energy. It might sound a bit out there, but this simple mental exercise helps you consciously decide what you let in. Another powerful technique is to ground yourself in your own reality. When you feel that secondhand stress creeping in, bring your focus back to yourself. Take a few deep, slow breaths. Feel your feet flat on the floor. Notice 5 things you can see, 4 things you can feel, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. This is the 5-4-3-2-1 grounding technique. And it pulls your brain out of the other person's emotional storm and anchors it firmly in your own present moment. Now, let's talk about communication. Setting verbal boundaries is key. You can be supportive without becoming a dumping ground for negativity. Instead of just absorbing a friend's endless venting, you can say something like, "That sounds incredibly tough. I'm here to listen for a few minutes, and then maybe we can do something to take your mind off it. How about we go for a walk?" This validates their feelings, but also puts a container around the venting session and shifts the energy toward a positive action. You're redirecting the flow from a whirlpool of stress to a constructive path forward. It's also crucial to manage your own stress levels proactively. Think of your emotional well-being like a battery. If your battery is fully charged, you're better equipped to handle external stressors without getting drained. If you're already running on empty, you're much more vulnerable. So, Make sure you're prioritizing your own self-care. That means getting enough sleep, eating well, exercising, and spending time on hobbies you love. When you're resilient and centered, another person's stress is less likely to knock you off balance. Let's recap these powerful strategies. First, become aware and identify when the stress isn't yours. Second, create distance, either physically or by visualizing a protective shield. Third, ground yourself in the present moment using your senses. Fourth, set gentle but firm verbal boundaries to redirect conversations. And fifth, keep your own emotional battery charged with consistent self-care. By practicing these techniques, you're not building a wall around your heart. You're building a smart, selective filter. You can still be the incredibly empathetic, supportive friend, partner, or parent you want to be. The difference is, you'll be doing it from a place of strength and calm, not from a place of shared panic. You protect your own energy so you can offer genuine, effective support instead of just drowning alongside them. Start small. The next time you feel that wave of secondhand stress, try just one of these techniques. Maybe it's taking 3 deep breaths. Maybe it's just mentally saying, "This is not my stress." Notice the difference it makes. It's a skill, and like any skill, it gets stronger with practice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope these insights help you navigate the emotional currents of life a little more smoothly. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on psychology and well-being. Share this with someone who you think might need to hear it. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. What's your go-to strategy for blocking secondhand stress? Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.